So, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining the session of Flock. We have also Chantelle on the call here as well. So she'll run through what everything they do and how they can help you. So if you've got any questions, raise them throughout or put them in the chat function and I'll ask them once we have a natural pause. Okay, so over to you, Chantelle.
Cool, thank you. Hi, everybody. So I'm Chantelle Hooper. I've probably you probably come across me on many occasions previously, whether it was PI or I don't think I spoke to some of you about high net worth as well. But I'm at Flock. Yeah, so I've been here for about 4 months now. It's been really great, and what I like about Flock the most is the full proposition, how it ticks a lot of boxes for brokers. So I'm very, very excited to share this with you. You all have an agency, which is fantastic. I know some of you have already sort of dabbled into Flock. Yeah. All okay?
I think so. I think Rob's just not on mute. I'll put him on mute. There you go.
Okay, no worries. So I'm excited to share Flock with you, the full proposition, our appetite, and just a little bit more in depth about our background and things. So Flock, for those that don't know us, we've been around for about 18 months now. We are completely led by sort of tech experts, which is fantastic. And it's in this environment at the moment, it's a bit of a breath of fresh air, really, because it means that we're quite dynamic. We're a little bit more flexible when it comes to insurance. So it has been founded by 2 tech experts, that's Ed and Anton. And they previously launched Flock as a drone insurer. So that ran really well. You might recognize us from that. They completely saturated the market. It was really successful. So for them, they thought, what's the next step? Where's our next opportunity? And motor fleet was an obvious really for Flock. They wanted to use technology to bring something to clients, to actually save lives and make the world better, basically. So there we go. So our mission here at Flock is to make the world quantifiably safer. So we are using telematics to it's a bit more of a proactive policy rather than reactive compared to other markets. So we are using telematics to actively improve the safety of fleets, save lives, but especially at the moment, what is quite important is also to save money for clients, considering an increase of costs everywhere. So I don't know about you guys, but a lot of markets, especially core markets, are struggling to sort of keep up with this digital environment. So there's a lot of simplistic pricing models around. Pricing is a little bit over the top. Increases we're seeing up to about 20% increases at the moment from a lot of markets. Very, very slow turnarounds, and especially during lockdown, being able to get hold of somebody over the phone has been a bit of a nightmare, really. So in that kind of world where it's been a bit of a challenge with, the development of tech, Flock one step ahead. So what feedback we've had over the last 12 months, especially, is that we're very quick at turnarounds. We are very available. There's plenty of us that you can pick up the phone to. Our underwriting is very flexible. And with the use of telematics, we're able to be a bit more confident and flexible in our pricing model. So just talk about Flock and our proposition. So telematics, I know this is something that a lot of markets talk about. It's very, very big at the moment. How we differ with telematics is how we use it. So actually, you are the first broker I'm talking to today in regards to our insights proposition, which is really exciting. So that's launched this morning. Now, what that means is the telematic data that's collated from each vehicle, we're using that to, within our rating model to confidently rate each vehicle, each fleet. Now, what we can also do is monitor each fleet to see their activity. So whether that's their braking behaviours, how fast they're going, and what routes they're going as well. So as you can see on here, we've got a fully digital policy management platform. So you're able to go in there and brokers will have access, clients can have access as well if you want to. Your clients, whether you trust them in being able to do this, but they can add and amend vehicles on the policy, on the platform. They're able to get their documentation on there. You're able to see the data from telematics, which is updated on a daily basis. So, and also what you can see here in the middle is, you can see the route of each vehicle on that fleet to see what route are they going, what stops are they doing, what's their speed, and what their safety score is, which we'll go into a little bit more depth really. So we do colour code the speeding, as you can see here. It's a great way for clients just to sort of do their own risk management essentially and keep on top of the safety of their fleet. So and also, like I said, because of the data that we collate, we're able to reward clients based on that and offer rebates as well. So connecting, so we are partnered with Matrix IQ. Now, where we are standing out in the market at the moment is we are so pro telematics that we want to make this as easy for the client as possible. So with our partnership, we're able to cover the costs for all telematic devices fitted in vehicles. And even if the clients are connected already and they're with a different provider, that's not an issue. We're able to connect via an API link into each vehicle, so that's not an issue. And we'll look to cover costs on majority of those as well. If the client is sort of, I know there's a lot of objections around telematics, so it's the hassle putting it in, it's the cost, I don't want to be watched. We've done a lot of work around beating those objections with clients. So, I mean, it's so easy to fit the devices itself. The clients are able to do it themselves. We will send the devices out to the clients. It would take them 2 to 3 minutes to fit. It just clips onto battery. It's as simple as that. And as I said, we'll get updated data on a daily basis for them. We will send them a video on how to fit the devices. We don't have any clients that contact us to say, oh, we've had issues, we don't understand. It is that simple. They've all managed to crack on with it. And we find that the way that we've produced this proposition, it means that clients are a lot more willing to sort of fit those telematics because of the benefits that they get from that. If anybody has any questions along the way, by the way, don't be afraid to jump in. So in regards to appetite, probably the main thing, we are very specialist when it comes to courier, food distribution, self-drive hire. So with those sectors and Amazon fleets, we're very, very good at Amazon fleets. Within those sectors, our minimum premiums are 10k. So we won't be able to do anything under 10k and approximately 10 vehicles, but we can consider less if it's a fleet that looks like it's going to be growing over the next 12 to 24 months. We are very, very good at electric and hybrid vehicles. We're one of the very few markets that can rate that confidently. We love them. We've got a lot of fleets where it's 100% electric vehicles. That is the norm now when it comes to commercial fleets. The newer the vehicles, the better really for us. We'll be able to be competitive on those. So Amazon DPD fleets, we're doing a lot of those at the moment. There's a lot of them that are due sort of March, April, June time. Our conversion rates on Amazon DPD and a lot of couriers is about 76%, so it's very, very high. Self-drive hire, we're very, very good at those ones. Anything sort of above 50k, between 50k and 200k, that's where we're having a lot of successes there. We don't tend to do a lot of prestige vehicles if it's a very, very small amount. So you're talking less than 5%, that's something that we can consider. But yeah, the self-drive hire, we are very competitive with those, and a lot of self-drive hire fleets are very keen about telematics. So we're very good at those. We can consider new ventures when it comes to self-drive hire, but as per other markets, there are very strict criteria around that. So if they are new vehicles, electric, they're very digitally innovated, they've got a really strong business plan, that's the kind of new ventures that we'll really consider, because a lot of new ventures don't succeed within the first 12 months. New venture couriers as well, a little bit more flexible on that, but definitely if they've got a business plan, if they are a bit more tech innovated, that is definitely something that we want to see and we're very good at. Food distribution, now we're talking about wholesale, so this is business to business rather than sort of hot food delivery directly to somebody's door, but that's something that we're really growing on. Conversion rates are good, definitely keen to see those as well. Now, we've also got an appetite for trades and own goods. This is slightly different to the rest of our appetite because this is quite a soft market, as you might realise. It has been for a while. We've got a lot of core markets that will attack that very confidently. So we don't want to come in and try and compete with them. We want to create a proposition, an appetite, where we're filling a gap for brokers, and we've done that successfully so far with couriers and self-drive hire. With trades and own goods, we're trying to be a little bit smart with this, so we've come in a little bit niche. Our minimum premium on trades and own goods is 20k and about 20 vehicles. But yeah, if you've got any that maybe that markets don't like because the claims are a little bit higher than last year or whatever, that's probably something that we can take a look at. Ideally, our loss ratios, we ideally want them to be under about 55% loss ratios. We will dissect that. I mean, our attitudes, I love it here at Flock. We've got the attitude of trying to right risks. So we will dissect the claims experience for you. A lot of markets will ask for 3 years. On some circumstances, we may ask for 5 just to try and see if there's something that we can do. We could be a bit more flexible, but we will look at non-fault claims and see if we can take them out of the equation, and also windscreen claims we'll take out as well to try and reduce that loss ratio. Does anybody have any questions regarding appetite? Please feel free to fire away. Cool. If not, I'm happy to I'll send you all the details on this afterwards, and you're welcome to contact us as and when, and we'll be happy to help you. So the portal itself then, so like I said, if they're connected, you've got a lot of options here. So the data we collect, it means that you're able to see something like this, basically. So you're able to see how many vehicles are on cover, how many vehicles are connected. So we ideally want to have about 80% connected of the fleets. There are a lot of benefits that Flock can offer. The benefits will come if the client does connect. So it does sort of entice them to do it. There's no reason why they wouldn't really want to do it. But at least this will help you to monitor what's going on with the policy. The client will be able to see this as well if you want them to, just to keep on top of it. And as you can see underneath, you will have a list of all the vehicles on the fleet that are available, and it will tell you whether they're on cover, off cover, or whatever you need to know, so you can operate that easily. You and the client will be able to access all the policy documentation, as you can see on the left, to save you a lot of admin time. We've had a lot of brokers that have come to us and said, oh, do you know what, I'm saving hours and hours of admin time, which is fantastic news. To make your lives easier, this is connected to MID system, so it will automatically update MID for you to save you having to do the legwork on it. And what I will go into next is being able to track on rebates, mileage and claims in real time as well. So there is a short video that I'm going to play for you. So this has just been launched today, and this will go into our insights proposition that we've just launched, and it will explain how we monitor driver behaviours, how it will look, and what benefits they'll get from that.
Hi, I'm Dieter from Flock. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use our Safety Insights tool to monitor and improve the overall safety of your fleet. The tool will help you to save money too. Safer driving means fewer crashes, so you can accumulate up to 4% premium rebate by improving your safety score and keeping your vehicles on the road. Start by logging into your fleet portal. I've logged into our demo account here. To begin with, you can review your accumulated rebate at any time via the Rebates tab, navigated to here via the left-hand side of the screen. The rebates update monthly based on improvements to safety and reducing your mileage. Let's now take a look at the Safety tab. Again, navigate to that via the left-hand side. You'll see an overview of the safety of your fleet and your safety score. The higher the score, the safer your fleet. The score is currently based on incidents of speeding. We've done this because reducing speeding amongst drivers is one of the quickest and simplest ways to improve safety. You can see how your safety score is improving or declining each month in this chart here on the right-hand side of the page. Our safety insights are powered by the data collected from the telematics devices inside your connected vehicles. You'll need minimum levels of connectivity, both to gain better insights and to maximize your rebates. You don't need to spend a lot of time reviewing all of the data unless you really want to. The easiest approach is to look at the vehicles that are most negatively affecting your score. You can see those at the bottom of your page here. These are the vehicles that are most responsible for speeding events, and it's often these vehicles that contribute the most to insurance claims. You can use this data to initiate conversations with drivers and intervene where appropriate. You can click through into any vehicle to see more information. Let's try this one. This takes you to the Vehicles tab, which shows all the journeys this vehicle has taken. The default review period is 30 days, but you can adjust this as needed by clicking on the drop-down here. Remember, our goal here is to equip you with the information you need to reduce speeding events in your fleet. To that end, you'll see that for each trip, the display shows a number of safe miles and unsafe miles driven. Unsafe miles are those driven above the road speed limit. The Safety Insights tool is clever enough to determine changes in road speed limits for local areas and can also adjust speed limits based on the type of vehicle, such as reduced speed limits for vans. You'll see this colored bar, which shows the speeding severity. Whilst you want to avoid any speeding, clearly there's a difference between being slightly over and driving at twice the speed limit. The severity categories also correspond to penalties, such as points, fines, even a court summons, which could theoretically be issued if a vehicle were caught speeding at that level. This information is just for your reference, and Flock won't proactively share this data with anyone other than yourself and your broker. Finally, you can click through into a specific trip. We recommend focusing on trips with particularly high levels of severity. Let's take a look at this one. This takes you to the map page view. You can see the map of the route driven and a summary of the journey. Navigate the map to pinpoint where the driver was speeding. You can use this information with drivers to open their eyes to the risk and impact of their driving behavior. That brings us to the end of the demo. Thanks so much for watching, and we hope our Safety Insights tool allows you to proactively manage speeding across your fleets in order to improve safety and maximize your rebates. Feel free to reach out to your insurance broker or assigned Flock Customer Success Manager with any questions.
Right, so Dieter did a very good job to explain that, and that's something that you can forward on to your clients if you ever want to, just to sort of explain. At the end of the day, we just want to make your lives easier, really. So however we can help you to get clients on board, we will do so. So as he explained, you can see what routes they're doing, where they're going. So we've had a client where they've gone past a school and they've been doing double the speed limit, and obviously for fleet client, they're not going to be very, very happy with that kind of driving behavior. But if, as you can see here on the platform, there's many elements on here, a lot of data points that you and the client can see, where if the driving behavior is improving after they've been connected, they can earn up to 10% rebate back. The one point I will make with rebates as well is that it's up to 10%. Even if they don't renew, they are still able to get up to 50% of that 10% rebate back as well. Just to say thank you, they deserve a thank you for, improving their driving behaviour. So you'll be able to monitor the mileage they're doing, average over the fleets, their safety score, and their loss ratio. So if we can bring the loss ratio down, if we can get a good safety score and the mileage is less than what we've used to rate the fleet, then they are entitled to earn up to that 10% back. And as you can see at the top, you'll have a figure there just to give you a rough idea of where on track they are to earn their rebate, how much they're on track to earn. So it's all good news. There's a lot that they can get back from Flock as long as they are willing to connect. So I'll send this over so you've got this to sort of refer to, but we have been very, very successful in reducing loss ratios to below 55%. A lot of clients, we've been reducing loss ratios to up to 30%, which is fantastic. So if they do connect, we are, and they're definitely keen on improving the safety of their fleet, bring that loss ratio down and keen to pay less, we are going to be a really good market to sort of help and support them to do that. Another important factor is capacity. So our current capacity, we've only got one and it's working very, very well for us. That's Andy, so Aoi Nissay Dowa Insurance. I'm not sure if many of you have come across this market before. They were previously MS Amlin. They're A-rated, which is a very big factor for us. We want to make sure we've got A-rated capacity and good claims and good service, good proposition. So they definitely tick this box. We've got a very good relationship with Andy. We can produce very quick turnarounds if needed. So we'll do a full qualification with you. We've got a lot of DA within Flock internally, which is great because that means that we can be a bit more flexible and we can be very, very quick on turnarounds. But because of the relationship we've got with Andy, we can ask them to prioritise certain quotes if they are a little bit bigger that you send in. So they won't be the only capacity that we'll look to work with going forward. I think for an MGA, it's good to offer flexibility, have maybe multiple capacities to cover different products. This is obviously courier, self-drive hire, food distribution, trades and own goods. That is the focus at the moment, and that's working very well for us. But we are looking to expand on that a little bit more. So we are in talks to bring in haulage for Q1, Q2 next year. So we'll keep you posted on that. At the moment, appetite is solely around sort of cars and vans, and we've got a 10% rule with Andy. So if less than 10% of that fleet has bigger vehicles, so they are sort of HGV vehicles, that's fine as long as it's less than 10%. If you do have prestige vehicles, we can consider it as long as it's less than 10%, if that makes sense. Any quirky vehicles, less than 10%, something we'll consider, definitely send it over. So just some elements of cover that we include. So you've got liability there for people and property, fire, theft, accidental damage, personal accident, medical expenses, windscreen, and use in the EA and EU as well. Claims are a very important factor. So we are partnered with Davies Group. They've done very, very well for us over the last year or so. And we do actually have a dedicated Flock claims inbox as well. They have a dedicated Flock call team as well. So when you call that number for claims, it will go through to a Flock team at Davies. However, we do also have a claims team internally led by Tom Parks. If you ever need to get in touch with us to discuss a claim and it's urgent, it's a very important client, please feel free to get in touch and Tom will happily help you. But we do have a 24-hour claims line. We've got hundreds of repair locations and flexible reporting facilities so that you're able to report those claims quickly, and we'll deal with those claims quickly as well and the data will be collected via our portal. With the telematics and the way that we use it, it's been very positive in helping to sort of close claims quickly as well. So I'll get you some stats on all of this, but yeah, it's been working very well with Davies so far. I think it's frozen. Okay. Tell you what, I think that might be it, to be honest, but does anybody have any questions around appetite or capacity or? If any of you want to contact me via email or give me a call, please feel free to. I'm more than happy to talk through any cases you might have on go, any queries you might have, any risks that involve any sort of multi-drop, anything like that. Get in touch with us and see whether it's something that we can do. I'll send you all a breakdown of our appetite in a bit more depth, so it's a bit more clear on exactly what we can do. But yeah, anything couriers, anything self-drive hire, definitely give us a shout and we'll look to be flexible with you on trying to write those. But yeah, Jordan, I'll pass over to you if that's okay.
Yeah, no worries. If anyone's got any questions for Chantelle, please send them over or put them in the chat. I will share the presentation over with everyone afterwards, along with Chantelle's contact details and a copy of this presentation if I can get it as well.
Cool.
Thank you for your time, everyone, as well. I'll put the recording, so hopefully recorded or uploaded next week. So any questions in the interim, please let us know and I'll share around the presentation for everyone now.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. See you later on.
Thank you.
Bye.